Hello, this is the Yormesh workout cycle journey, whatever thing. It is Monday, March 8th, 2021, and this is cycle 6, part 2, iteration 1. And that means part 2 is adventure week, or adventure weeks, however it works out. And what this is something I saw a guy do on YouTube or talk about, and it was a really fun challenge. It really ups your sets of pull-ups. And what it is 14 sets of whatever number pull-ups. I'm just choosing 2 because that seems like it's going to be. I'll definitely be feeling that by the end. And it's 1 set per minute on the top of the minute. So that is the challenge. 14 minutes, 2 pull-ups each minute, and on the top of the minute, the beginning of the minute, there's 1 set per minute. And so that's there. And this is the disclaimer. Please do not waste your time watching this video unless you have a very specific reason to watch this video. So, yeah. See if we can get that all in frame. There we go. All right, so that's done. Public service announcement. This is probably a waste of time for most people to watch. This is just me documenting my journey on a fitness. Eventually, hopefully, become what I consider fit. I am not there yet, but with a little bit of work and a lot of consistency, maybe this will hold true. All right, I don't know if this is visible at 14 minutes. There we go. Yeah, get the light on. There we go. 14 minutes right there. All right, 2 minutes talking. Let's get to it. And since I'm doing 14 of these sets, but they're only sets of 2, I want to be really cautious about my form. I want to be able to go all the way down. I'm not crossing my ankles. Trying to go a little bit wide. And I guess those are the game plan for this. And then just taking this breather, killing time for the next 14 seconds till the top of the minute. And then it'll be 2 more. I'm not going to think too much about the numbers. Just going to do it. Definitely trying to get that chin up above. Okay. Now that is, yeah, cool. Got 40 more seconds to wait. And I kind of like the waiting time because it charges you up a little bit, gets you psyched for it. A little bit of breathing. And it's interesting. It's like the dog that can't wait, that cannot wait for you to grab the leash, puts the leash in his or her mouth and runs up to you, and the leash is here. Let's go out. Gets just kind of psyched up, and normally I don't feel too psyched up to do chin-ups, but it's nice to see it count down to the next minute. And it's kind of nice doing, over 20 chin-ups a day normally is outside my wheelhouse. Normally I only do random single sets here and there, and I do small sets for my full body workout, and I guess I'm going to do bigger sets for other workouts, but right now I'm not doing big sets of chin-ups. I have done this particular thing before, and it was good then, and hopefully it's good now. So far things are feeling pretty good. Good excuse to limber up and feel good about all that. Definitely like this stretch. I don't know why, it just feels so good. Dynamic stretches like this. All right, ready for the next set. And 14 minutes is not that long, so it's a nice short workout. And yes, this is the workout for today. Now, in all fairness, I have done a little bit of some other stuff, just goofing around, randomly, you know, picking this up, doing, you know, some curls, or did a little bit of shoulder stuff, not too much, just tiny stuff, nothing too big. I did think about trying to do what a friend of mine was doing, 12 sets of 12 on different exercises. I don't know if he does it with light weights or what, but I was talking to him on the phone, and I could tell he was at the gym knocking it out that way. And I was like, man, I need to get off the phone so I can work out, because, you know, I don't, this is difficult for me, so don't want to be all broken up. And all right, here we go, almost at the next minute. Let's get to it. By the time I'm hanging, it'll be the next minute. Yep, feeling it now. Doesn't take much, but hopefully with consistency, good things will happen. I really hope, I don't know if this is certain, that doing chin-ups, or in this case pull-ups, specifically pull-ups. Yeah, I used to think chin-ups were hands forward, but it turns out pull-ups are hands forward, chin-ups are hands backwards, hands palms facing you. I got that wrong for years. Anyway, so pull-ups. Hopefully, I'm guessing pull-ups will allow my organs to have more space by widening, making, you know, the back stronger, and that widens the back and gives some space for my shoulders, which I really want a lot of space for my shoulders to be able to grow and develop. And obviously get rid of this, so there's that thing. Don't like how that looks, don't like how it feels. That doesn't feel too bad, but, you know. And usually, as a practice for my other workouts, it's a time of just minimizing the time between tasks. I don't talk. I actually practice the fine art of being quiet, but in this, I have 30-some seconds to kill before the next thing, so I'm going to do that by practicing the fine art of conversing and reestablishing things in my own head. I hope you don't mind. Reestablishing, getting some of my ideas out loud and seeing how they sound. All right, do a quick one of these. Yeah, my body feels great. I feel very healthy. Although, I'd like to get rid of this. I think that's going to be pretty good. And I think, oh, next minute's already started. That was slower than intentional, than I intended, but it's okay. It's all happening. Making moves. We're almost at the halfway point. I think we're at the halfway point in about 4 seconds. Oh man. And also the time seems to fly when I'm just throwing stuff out my mouth. Might want to think before I talk, but in this context, that's not hugely necessary. Oh man, got about 4 seconds left. Might as well set it up. Got a feeling I'm not going up as high on those two. Probably not the best quality on those. Still feeling it. Like that. That feels like blood flow is going to happen. Takes a little bit longer when you're not talking. All right. good. Whew. All right. Counting down, making it happen. Whew. I forgot to put my watch on to actually register this as a workout, but that's okay. All right, here we go. All right, feeling it, definitely feeling it. I'm kind of glad at this point I decided not to go with 3, although there is something probably positive about going to failure and actually, hey, failing at something you're trying, as long as you have a good perspective on it. It's a fun way to change your mindset. Just be like, okay, I'm gonna challenge myself, see where my failure point is. Find out where that is right now. Hopefully it's gonna continually change, but the most important thing to me is kind of doing the best with what I've got. This is what I've got. I know that I'm highly confident that this is good. I'm highly confident that even doing sets of 2 is good for me. I'm also highly confident I can get to the end of this because I've gotten to the end of this before. And hey, probably weigh a little bit less because I haven't eaten today yet. I'm probably at about 21 hours worth of fast right now. And that's not really, I guess, an accomplishment in some people's eyes, but I think it's useful for the consistency value. But I am going to switch around my fasting to shorter and longer, and then sometimes I'm going to skip fasting. But lately it's been pretty consistent. The last 2 weeks, the fasting has been at least 16 hours every day. Before that, in November, well, in August, I guess, of last year, I started doing, I think it was the end of August, maybe September. I started doing 24 hours feeding and 24 hours off, but I would eat multiple times a day within that eating window. And started in November, I started just kicking up the weight, and it has not really backed off. So, time to switch it up. Either switch up the timing or what I'm doing, or what I'm eating, but all right. 3, 2, 1. I needed to kip a little bit on that one. So I am finding my failure point. I'm not doing these things as beautifully as, my form is not proper. Beautiful may not be the wrong word here, but my form on these is just kind of lost out on some form, kind of lost out on some pep, feeling it a little bit in my fingers, but it's not too bad. Got a fan kicking on in here. Gonna dive into that fan feeling. I would say that you're my biggest fan, and maybe you are, size-wise. All right, a few more seconds. I got the last 2 rounds of these. 3, 2, 1. A little kip there in the end, a little bit of momentum. My last set coming up Gonna really try to do it slow, controlled, careful, not move my legs so much. It's gonna be good. And then I'll be done with these for today. Then it'll be a different adventure tomorrow. So, little adventures every day. Hopefully I'm gonna try to videotape each one of these adventures, really try to document my situation. If I'm gonna be working out for more than 10 minutes, I should be documenting it. But I do a lot of little sets, especially today, a lot of little sets. Have weights all around my house, so get it done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I was gonna have to kip to get up there, but you know what? Even on the 2s, I got to failure there. Right, this far away, this far away. Whatever. It's okay. Definitely feeling it, and I think that's the most important thing. Wow, that's an annoying sound. When it means you have to wake up. Look at those zeros. Now it's a good sound because it means I got something done. Change your associations, I guess. All right. So that was 14 minutes. Good stuff. Normally I'd be doing a talking and stretching session right now, but I've already done enough talking. And I'll stretch out while I'm walking around. So, good to go. Gonna put a real check mark on that. Check that off for Adventure Week. The way it goes on these chapters. Guess I should probably explain myself further on this. All right. Because I feel like explaining. Is that readable? Huh, basically. All right. Here it goes. This is the digital notebook, the infinite notebook. Not quite, but it's not like it can infinitely zoom in. It can zoom out pretty far. This is Adventure Week. Writing down the things in Adventure Week. Gonna try to do 7 of the things in Adventure Week. And this is a 7-week cycle. So the way the cycle goes, even though I have Adventure Week written on there, the explanation of what a cycle goes is right here. Explanation of a cycle is 4 parts. Part 1, 7 full body workouts. Part 2, 7 Adventure Week workouts. This counts as iteration 1. That's why it's the 6th cycle, part 2, iteration 1. And then part 3 is a standard Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout. I'll probably do that for 2 weeks. And then the part 4 is Adventure Week again. That does not necessarily equal 7 weeks, because 7 workouts, if I was working out every single day on the full body workout, that would be 7 days. But last time, this cycle, it took me doing it. I did Saturday and Sunday back to back, but most of them I skipped a few days in between and stuff. So it takes about 2 weeks. I'm kind of budgeting 2 weeks for that. I am going to try to get in the habit of doing things almost every day. And then let's say I do 7 here, boom. That's end of week 1, so I could do a 2-week Adventure Week, and I could do a 2-week Monday, Wednesday, Friday workouts with like little challenges in between Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Adventure Week again for another 2 weeks. So that would be 1 week plus 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So this would be 2 more weeks of doing that. That puts us at 5 weeks, and then 2 more of that. That's a 7-week thing. Usually, so far, this part 1 full body workout has almost always taken me 2 weeks. And the cool thing is, if it takes me less than 2 weeks, hey, it just starts out Adventure Week a little sooner. So it doesn't have to be binary in the form of either 1 week or 2 weeks. It could be 10 days. It could be 8 days, whatever it is, So this schedule adjusts itself. Now, what is Adventure Week? Things like I just did. Sometimes I'll look at a video of someone doing a particular workout and be like, oh, that might be fun. One of the things I should start doing is the Tabata stuff. I really want to kind of do that, so get into that. I've even written so far 2 songs that fit Tabata timing. So yeah, you know, Adventure Week could be all sorts of those things, and also built-in challenges between the Monday, Wednesday, Friday workouts. So there is there. So hopefully I'll be doing something movement orientated every single day, even if it's, you know, just 20% effort. And I got a feeling some of those challenges are, it's better to do a 18% effort than nothing for that day. And that's the kind of way I'm looking at it. A lot of bare minimums there. All right, so that has been explained, hopefully. Now I need a way to figure out a way to explain it better than what I just did. But it's an experiment, so I don't know if it'll really work, but it kind of tickles my fancy that I am in a world where I'm free to experiment and maybe have something good come out of it, maybe not. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm videotaping it, because, well, there's a whole bunch of reasons, but I've changed my mind about what was originally the most important reason to it, and now the most important thing to it is, in my eyes, seeing if and how this thing works. You know, seeing those increments, you know, being able to watch something from 6 months ago. And although lately, last year, my consistency has not been where it should be. Well, that's maybe a story of my life. My consistency has not been where it should be in a lot of factors. But this will turn up the consistency, hopefully. So, not just in body, but also in mind and soul. For some reason, I think doing something that is difficult and getting to the other side of it, and as long as it's, you know, not hurting anybody and possibly benefiting you, has the potential to benefit you, is something that expands upon a human being's soul to a small extent. All right, but I could go on and on about that for hours, and I won't, so I will shut up now and leave this video with later it shall be.